Hello. Today we're going to learn how to correctly clean the stylus needle. I'm going to show you a couple of different cleaning tools for that, as well as cleaning and dusting off the records to reduce any static or any additional dust from your albums. You should clean your albums first, if you're able to, whenever you're going to play the records. So first of all, we're going to talk about the cartridge stylus. This right here is an example that I drew up to show you the cartridge itself. And you can see on the right side, there's the connector pins, and down below, there's the cantilever, which is a small little tube, and the stylus tip at the very bottom. And we're going to talk about cleaning them and why you should be really careful when doing this process. So let's move forward and find out why. First of all, here is a stylus brush that I'm going to be using. I'm going to try to make it really simple. Here is the stylus brush. If at all possible, you have a tone arm lock, you should make sure that it's locked down first so you don't accidentally hit the tone arm and it go bouncing all over the place, and then you damage your cartridge or stylus needle. So what's going to happen is you're going to have the stylus needle being cleaned, and what you're going to do is you're going to clean from the back to the front and then come down and do the same. A couple of passes will be fine. 3 should be sufficient. You never want to go back and forth or back like this. It's always from the back and forward, down, to be careful, and then across again. So let's try that out. Got the brush, and we're going to put it right behind the cartridge, and we're going to move it forward as it's just touching the stylus needle. The stylus tip is going through the grooves, and it's, in a way, it's plowing through the grooves, and it's picking up any of the debris that's caught on there. With using a brush, you're able to remove those particles off and get a better sounding record, better sounding system. And you could use this. Here is another item. It's a little brush. Looks like this, and slides in and slides out. And the wonderful thing about this one, it has a little mirror on the bottom of it. This mirror, you're able to put up underneath the stylus to take a look at it to see whatever debris is accumulated on there. If you're going to do that, I would highly recommend using a flashlight of some sort. This way you could illuminate that area and use that to your advantage so that you could actually shine it on the stylus, the light, onto the mirror, and trying to get the right positioning where that light is reflecting off of the stylus. And as it illuminates it, you'll see what's on there. This will help with the magnification of that. And then again, you could use this brush, the same process, from the back to the front, down, from the back to the front and down. That's how you would do that. For some reason, if you wanted to get a closer look at the stylus to see the condition of it, you can also use a magnifying glass. I also have this jeweler's loupe, so it's a magnification of 10, and I can really see what that tip is looking like. We're going to now work with the cleaning or dusting up the album to get any additional stuff that might have accumulated since the last time you listened to it. What I like to do, this particular brush, I believe is a goat hair brush, and it's soft enough where it will not scratch. What I like to do, especially on this particular type of a turntable, this is not a direct drive, this is a belt drive. And so just to spare my motor, I'd like to help by gently rotating the label and then getting the brush. This way I'm not stressing the motor. And I like to put it towards the label at an angle. And as I'm spinning the label gently, I'm also pulling the brush across the record like that. Some people have the brush touch the center and work its way outwards like that, catching any of the debris that's on there. Another one is this carbon fiber. Works great, has this like a velvet touch to it and these carbon bristles on the outer part. Same process. Put it at an angle, bring it across gently but efficiently, and one or two passes should work. Here's another one. This is from Mobile Fidelity. Again, you could use whatever brush works best for you. And this is bulky and it has some weight to it. So again, I'm just gliding it across, picking up any of the dust or particles that might be on there. And as I pull it off, it's clean and it's ready to go. The reason I was telling you about the Stylus tip and the reason why you should be careful with it is because the small little cantilever tube that's on there, if you're not careful and you bend that little metal tube, you've got some major problems there. You'll probably have to get a new Stylus tip or a new cartridge. And that little tube, just think of a aluminum can, and you bent that aluminum can, and then you try to go back to take that crease out of it, you could damage it even worse. So you just want to be gentle, be mindful what you're doing, and then you should have no problem at all. Again, as we were cleaning the Stylus tip, you have learned how to do that, and also how to clean off the vinyl record so that your listening pleasure and enjoyment will be to the max. What I want to do is ask you to post any comments with any other videos you would like me to post, and subscribe. I do have a whole bunch of others that I'm going to put on soon, and you don't want to miss any. So thank you so much for taking time to allow me to share these tips with you. Let me know how it works for you. And until then, aloha.